Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Acme and welcome to my video. This video is going to be about happiness and it's titled How to Be Happy Every Single Day. 10 Tips and Tricks. I want to start this video off by talking a little bit about happiness and being a human. And the truth is that happiness can't be forced. If you're having a bad day, or if you've had bad days, or you might have a bad day tomorrow, or sometime next week or next month. And when we're having a bad day and we're not feeling happy, we can't force ourselves to not be happy. But we do still have control over some of the activities that we do, some of the things that we actually do. And some of those things can actually make us happier. And actually, I just thought of one thing right now that's not on the list, so I'll share it. And I mentioned it in a previous video. If we turn our attention toward our breath and take some deep breaths, maybe for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or longer, or just like maybe a couple minutes now and then maybe a couple minutes a little bit after you eat a snack or something. Just doing that will help your body kind of relax, and when your body starts relaxing, your mind as well will start relaxing. But I wanted to share with you guys some stuff here. Great. So the question I have for you guys is, what are you doing every single day to promote your happiness? Do you kind of have a plan, or are you just going to let your happiness and basically your entire range of emotions be dependent upon, just kind of things that are happening externally, things that other people say or do for you, or activities that you're maybe able to do or maybe not? Or do you have a plan to actually incorporate some of those activities into your life, little things that you can do every single day that can help you become a better person, help you feel happier, feel more fulfilled, and maybe have more energy? So, a little bit about me. I've always been super into personal development, transformation, stuff like that. And especially in the last few years. Back in June of 2015, I made a commitment to myself that I needed to change who I was, because the road I was going down, the habits that I had formed, and the habits I was kind of forming down that road were not leading to, kind of in my imagination, the Acme that I wanted to be in the future, the Acme 2.0 version. In fact, maybe those habits were leading toward something below 1.0, just an older version, which needs a lot of work. And so starting July 1st, I began sort of a daily practice, a daily ritual of self-mastery, certain daily disciplines that I would do every day in order to make myself a better person, in order to build a new foundation from which I would be living my life. And pretty much every single thing here is what I'm doing. And the duration or the intensity of how long I'm doing these things for, or how much effort how much sweat I'm putting into them, has changed over time, and it generally has crept upward as I've gotten more proficient at these activities. And so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the list now. Let's not waste any more time. Great. Number 1, drink more water every day. This is something that, and actually now I almost entirely just drink water, just because I have my reasons. But I don't drink soda, I don't drink juice. They're loaded with sugar, and that's just a bunch of carbs that are going to do some bad things in your body. Most of us are a little dehydrated, especially if you have headaches, frequent headaches, or maybe they're not even that frequent, but the number one cause of headaches is dehydration. So you could just kind of have different activities that trigger when to drink water. You wake up, you drink a cup of water or a glass of water. You're gonna go to bed, drink a cup of, or maybe a half a cup of water so you don't like pee your bed. Or if you're gonna have a meal, maybe drink some water with the meal, drink some water anytime you do any physical activity, anytime you sweat, stuff like that. Number 2, eat more whole foods. So things that haven't been processed, things that aren't deep fried, things that don't have preservatives. Me, myself, I'm on a ketogenic diet, which is basically a diet where you avoid carbs and you're eating under 40 or 50 grams of carbs per day. And just, you know, just for perspective, a banana has almost 30 grams of carbs in one banana. So I'm pretty much eating about a banana's worth of sugars, carbohydrates per day. Net carbs, not fiber. Fiber isn't actually a carbohydrate that we can digest, so it doesn't count toward carbs. Number 3, do some stretching or yoga if you're familiar with yoga. And yoga really is just these different stretching postures and the point of it is to expand your body, to expand your breath, and create more comfort and ease in your body. So 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day. I mean, we all in middle school or high school or whatever, we took PE class and they made us do stretches. So whatever your body's feeling, if you need to, I just realized my fan is on right now. I hope it doesn't interfere with the video. Okay, but yeah, stretching. Just 10 or 15 minutes of it will do wonders for your body. And every single day with 10 or 15 minutes of stretching, you'll be able to improve and actually get more flexible, feel more comfort in your body, and just like it's kind of a no-brainer. It takes very little effort, and we could all do this every single day. Number 4, go for a walk. Yeah, I was pretty hesitant to start walking or jogging because I'm sort of an introvert and I'm just more comfortable staying indoors, staying comfortable, not going out and getting sweaty. But I was really surprised to find that the more I got into this habit of walking, the more I would look forward to it. Because now it's kind of like a double activity, because when I go walk, I either have like this music that I love to listen to, and I mean, when do we really listen to music? Unless we're driving around listening to the radio, do we really set aside time to like, oh yeah, I wanted to listen to that artist or that type of music or, you know, whatever. So I will either listen to music, or I just recently, last month, started getting into listening to podcasts. So sometimes I'm walking and I'm just listening to these really intelligent people talking, sharing really cool ideas on a range of topics that kind of get my mind working first thing in the morning, which is great. Number 5, meditate. Meditation has been, it's been, okay, no more ums. I'm gonna do the counter on this video as well. But meditation for me has been something that has just transformed my life. A few years ago, I felt kind of an intuition to start meditating, and I did, and it just really opened me up spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and it just cleared up so much clutter, so much baggage, so much dead weight, and it allowed me to have a much deeper understanding of who I am and pretty much just everything in my life. I have a much clearer perspective because of meditation. And all it takes is 10 minutes a day of sitting or laying on your back, turning your attention toward your breath. So the feeling, the sensation of air coming in and out of your nose or filling up your lungs or kind of moving your stomach in and out. And every time you catch your mind wandering somewhere else down some rabbit hole, or remembering things that you're supposed to do for work, or thinking about fixating on things that somebody said to you, every time that happens, just go like, oh, okay, I caught myself, it's okay, it's all good, I'm gonna turn my focus back onto my breath now. And it's gonna happen every single time. You're gonna be trying to you're gonna try to focus on your breath, and your mind is just gonna wander. So the practice of meditation is to catch yourself and gently turn your attention back towards your breath. Don't get angry, don't get upset. There's no wrong way to meditate. Do what feels best. Number 6, read for 25 minutes. Read for 25 minutes. What I do is I read 25 minutes of a nonfiction book. So it might be a book on success, or a book on finance, or a book on entrepreneurship, or a book on personal development or productivity. I have all kinds of nonfiction books that kind of excite me and give me new ideas on how I can improve my life. And I also read 25 minutes of a fictional book, something that is kind of like fantasy story, exciting, gets me more emotionally and creatively involved, because that's something that I want to spark more of in my life. So you might try to, I mean, you could do 10 minutes or 15 minutes of each, or 10 minutes of each, or maybe just pick whatever you need most. If you need a little more inspiration or creativity, or just you want to explore some story, just read 25 minutes of an awesome, fantasy novel. If you need something that'll ground you a little bit more in real life, things that you might be able to implement day to day immediately, then start reading a nonfiction book every day for 25 minutes. Number 7, keep a journal. And this is something that I started doing for 2 reasons. 1, to be more expressive, and 2, to basically be kind of my warm-up, because I have some other activities that involve writing, and if we're journaling, we're literally just talking, we're typing or writing about what happened today, how we're feeling, what happened yesterday, any just ideas we have about the future, hopes and dreams. We can write about anything. So it's really easy to get that stuff out. It's really easy to journal, and that can kind of get you more in the writing mood and just get in the right mindset. Just get your muscle memory, just your body in the zone for writing. So that's probably the biggest reason why I do it. Number 8, write a list of 10 ideas. I got this activity from James Altucher, and you could Google him. He has a blog. He has different YouTube videos, stuff like that. I listen to his podcast almost every day, and he is awesome. I'm not going to go too much into detail about him, but basically, creating a list of 10 ideas, and it could be anything, 10 business ideas, 10 ways you can make money on the side, 10 ways to kill a vampire, 10 ways to be happy every single day. Anything that stretches your mind, anything that forces your brain to sweat a little bit, because since finishing school, I haven't had too many times where my brain was really strained. Because if you go and you work out, if you try to do 100 push-ups right now, you'll hit a point where it's just so hard and you're sweating, you're just dripping with sweat. And how often are we working out our brain in that way? Most of the time, it's just easy to just sit back, play a video game, or sit back, watch a movie or a TV show, or just do whatever and not really develop your brain. So this is to develop our idea muscle, our brain power, our intelligence, and I think it's super important. And one of the side effects I've noticed from doing this every single day, and not just one list, but I'm doing multiple lists every single day over the past month, a little over a month now, is that my brain is almost like hyperactive. It's like warp speed. I'm able to process thoughts more quickly. I'm able to just sometimes I just start ranting and just blurting out all these ideas. It's like a powerful stream of consciousness, like just ideas and analysis and all this stuff. And it's pretty awesome. I really like that. And I've started to come up with some really good ideas that I'm excited about, and I'm going to be working on in the near future. Number 9, make a creative gratitude list. So this list, there's 2 ways to approach it. The point is to create a list of 10 things that you're grateful for. That's the bottom line. Now, you can approach it as just thinking back, okay, what today impacted me and made me feel grateful? What am I grateful for? What am I appreciative of? Is it my car that's just been so reliable? Or is it my computer that inspires me to be creative? Or something else? The other way to approach it is to think back, what are the last 5 things or the last 10 things you can think of that bothered you? What were the things that made you upset? What were the things that you did not like? Now, take those things and kind of expanding your mind a little bit here, find reasons to be grateful for them. Maybe you hate traffic and you were stuck in traffic for an extra half an hour on your drive home and you were really upset. Okay, well, if you're doing a creative gratitude list, what can you be grateful for about that traffic? Maybe if that traffic wasn't there, everyone would have been going faster, and some guy who was distracted on his phone and eating a hamburger and putting makeup on at the same time with all 3 of his hands, maybe he would have hit your car and you would have like broken a shoulder or something weird like that. Or maybe you're grateful for the traffic because if there's that much traffic, it's a sign that, you know, the city's growing, it's a thriving community, there's a lot of people, and the more people there are, the more opportunities there are to, I don't know, business or financial opportunities or social opportunities, make friends, or to meet that special someone. So force yourself to find ways to actually be appreciative and feel grateful for some of the things that bother you. And in a way, by also doing this, you'll kind of diffuse that bomb, that negative emotional bomb, whatever it was that's making you hate traffic or hate something that happened to you. Yes. Number 10, organize. So I try to spend at least 10 or 15 minutes every day organizing something in just my spatial environment, whether it's my room, my office, the bathroom. I'll just set a timer for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on how much time I have. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna clean up. I'm just gonna move things around. If it's a little dirty on the floor, I'm gonna wipe it up. I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna do something, because 10 minutes of that every single day will compound. And after a month or two, or maybe more, we'll find ourselves in a very pleasant environment. And that's gonna affect everything from how we think to what we feel to our physical energy levels. So organize. Number 11, say no. Say no more. Say no to the things that maybe you don't want to do, but you're afraid of saying no because you might step on someone's toes or you might make someone upset. This is basically just say no to making compromises that you don't need to make for people who are maybe trying to force you or push you or persuade you to do something that's more for their own benefit. So just choose yourself, say no, and say yes to the things that inspire you, that make you happy, that make you feel alive. Number 12, watch stand-up comedy. I've been watching Louis C.K. and he's pretty funny. He's a little vulgar, but he's pretty funny. And there are some other stand-up comics who I think are awesome, like Bo Burnham and somebody else. I can't really think of anyone else. I actually don't watch a lot of stand-up comedy, but I'm kind of starting to get more into it. But I do find that some of these guys, they're like, if you find the right person, the right comic, and you connect with their humor in a real way, whatever worries or anxieties or concerns that you had just kind of dissipate. So watch 20 minutes of high-level stand-up comedy every day. If you're not feeling well, find 20 minutes to watch some stand-up comedy. It's going to lift your spirits. You might even have a laugh or two, and that's going to give you the energy you need to tackle whatever's challenging you or whatever you're struggling with. Yeah, and I already mentioned the breathing thing, so we could say number 13, breathing, deep breaths. If you're really just in panic mode, just think about your breath. Just 1 minute, think about your breath and deep breaths, and do that, and it can change your brain. It'll deactivate your fight or flight response. That pretty much sums up my list of activities that we can do and habits that we can form every single day in order to have a happier life, a life that we create through our intention, that we define a purpose for ourselves, and we can commit to that every single day, and we can look forward to it too. I'm trying not to say too much, but it's so hard. It really is. It is so hard, but it's a good challenge, and I love being challenged, and I love improving. So without further ado, I think I'm just going to end this video here. Shoot. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is something that I think is very important. It's very important to me. I care a lot about this for myself. I'm going through this process of transformation. I can see myself changing in slow motion, and I'm loving all of the changes and all of the new emotions and feelings and the energy and ideas that I'm experiencing in my life. you might not be able to do everything on this list, or it might be a little tricky figuring out where to schedule all of these different things for yourself. But maybe what you could do is say, okay, I'm going to pick one of these things, do it every single day for a week. And then I'm going to pick another one, whatever the second most important thing is. And I'm going to, next week, I'm going to do that every single day for a week while you're doing the first one. So now you're doing two of these things every single day. And then on the third week, you add a third one, and so on until you find a point where, like, oh, this is too much. I can't balance all of these different things. Or, you find that something, after maybe a month's worth of consistently doing something for every single day, maybe you find that it's not something you look forward to. It's not something you feel is adding to your life or helping you grow. And then you just cut that one out. But then maybe keep the other ones that are benefiting you. So yeah, go through this list again. I'm going to type out this entire list in the description below, just so that you don't have to rewatch the entire video. And I actually have it written here, kind of the area that each of these list items fall under, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or mental. Yeah, brain power. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and put that at the beginning in parentheses of each list item, and just because. So without further ado, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying the feedback that I've been getting from some of you, and it's just been an eye-opening experience. It's a heart-opening experience as well, and I'm really looking forward to making more videos every single day. Thanks again. Hope you have a great day today. Bye-bye. My right foot, it fell asleep. You want to see it? Ooh, feeling those needles. Yeah.